Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champion, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Longhorns offense is on the field for the first time today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, Bill.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
The Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense set for a first down play. Leaves it with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on fourth down. Quick completion on the out. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. To the air on first down. Got the quick pass. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets it to the back. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Caught near the sticks. It's Bobo. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Got his man. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get him.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad
security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping two hands on the ball.
The give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped. Not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge. The defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense here.
Lost a throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Breaks into the open. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. Lots of good stuff on that. Slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush on the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Willis.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Caught near the sticks, it's Willis. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so much.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Finds a crease at the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on their DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Touchdown, Longhorn! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Hauls it in.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Here's the handoff. Finding an escape route. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
And the returner will be brought down. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And the Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Bobo. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Unloads to the wideout. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. Hands it off. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The play-action fake. Fires to the tight end. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, drive your legs.
And the Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Fires to the big fella. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. It's complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And as he throws, he makes the catch. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game.
And he makes the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He rifles one deep to the left. Got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back.
And some defensive backs just have a finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll open the second half with a run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. There he goes. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner goes down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Bunch formation for these receivers. RPO complete to open the drive. At the 45 on its way. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
All by himself. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
This quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Still some work to do here on third and goal from the 3. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that's going to tie it up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Got his man quickly, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Got a good one going here, all tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. They go to the wide receiver screen, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. Quarterback got it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Trying play action. A strike downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen and pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
From the red zone, it's Williams. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Snags it. Touchdown, Dogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Things have not gone the way they've planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Offense in an empty set. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But
oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Quickly complete. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Willis. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Longhorns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's got it on the move. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Texas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. He'll return it. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. To the air on 1st down. Looking left. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged out in the air. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Complete to start this drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Willis. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not. Converts on 4th down. Still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Finds the tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Strong run. Picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Longhorns come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Willis. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Longhorns will try to punch it in on first and goal. Slams it ahead. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that, they move out front, going to Forest.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there and get me one more.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
To the air on second down. This time it's complete. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's John. And
The offense gets the ball out pretty quick, but man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we've got to get the first down, or we've got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
It's complete. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's John. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Trailing by a touchdown. This 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Going for it all. Into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, and we might just have overtime on our hands.
They got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Williams. The give is to Williams. Breaks into the open.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He's got him. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And that's just what you couldn't have happen. You can't come away with no points on your first possession. It puts all the pressure, David, on your defense. Now, they've got to pitch a shutout here on their opponent's opening possession of OT, or this game is over.
And, man, does it change the complexion now for defense? Because now you got to be aggressive. Because all they need is a field goal to win. They don't have to be aggressive offensively. They can run the football. This defense is going to have to be great and force the kicker into a tough spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score and it's over. He got it! A walk-off touchdown in overtime.
Game on the line, and they've got to be the more physical side. Great job getting blocks up front. He was able to screw his way into the end zone, David, to win this game.
And that's why I want the ball second in OT. I know exactly what I need to go get it done. They take it down the field, run in the end zone, and end the football game.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that.